Okay, single team mock draft. The teams that are always kind of the most unique in most unique situations are typically the teams that are drafting early on because they have a lot of draft capital. And no team has more draft capital, at least I don't believe any team has more draft capital than the Houston Texans. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Houston Texans mock draft. I still have my Packers thing on there. That's what I did last time. Let's just do 4 rounds. I think again, once we get at a certain point in the draft, I start to not know everybody who's left, and it kind of becomes a guessing game. So 4 rounds of the Texans, who are in a very good spot. Let's enter the draft. And first things first, I think as a Texans fan, you got to be saying, please, someone draft Trayvon Walker 1 or 2. Give us one of those top 2 guys. Someone draft Trayvon Walker 1 or 2. Let's see what happens. It did not happen. So now what do? I would love to trade down if I'm the Texans. The question is there a team who's willing to do it? And according to this, yes, the Giants are willing to trade down only, 2 spots, which that would be totally fine. Or the Cowboys, who are all the way at 24. I don't know if I trade down that far, but let's see what the Giants are offering, right? So if it was something like this, can I get the 7th overall pick? No. Can I get the 36th overall pick? Yes. Can I get this and the 67th? Okay, well, here, so this is what we can get. It's 5th, 36th, and 81st. That's a nice 69% chance of getting accepted. So getting an extra, high second rounder just for moving back 2 spots, I'll take that every day of the week. Let's see if it works. And it does. So cool. All right, well, let's resume. Let's see who the Giants select. Akeem Ekwanyu and Kyle Hamilton, neither of which I would have gone here this early, I don't think. So give me Ahmad Gardner. I think he is, in my opinion, I have him as my second favorite player in the draft, period. I really like him a lot. So, if it's what I would do, period, I'd have him going with the Lions. Now we're here at 13. So again, if there's a good player available, I want the good player. Charles Cross falling all the way here is really surprising. There's a lot of players I still like here. Charles Cross, George Karlaftis, Jamison Williams are all players I'm very high on. Even Devontae Wyatt, another guy who I really like. So that's one option, is just get the players who I like. However, let's always look at the trade options. Again, I got pretty decent capital by just going back down a couple of spots. Something like this could happen again. The Saints have the 16th overall pick. So do I do a similar thing where if there's several players I like and we have no real position of need? Well, let's see what can we get? Can we get the 49th overall pick? No. We can get we're not really getting that much great value. The 98th overall pick and maybe like a future pick as well. Can you get a future third? You could. So, okay, maybe this is interesting. A future third and also a still top 100 pick, only to drop down 3 spots. Can't get that 49th overall pick. What if I give something else back? Like maybe give a 107th overall pick back. Okay, it's not going to work better that way. What the 81st overall pick I give back? And then also, so we move up 30 spots there to move back 3 spots. Now, is that worth it, though, is the question. Maybe. It might be worth it. Also, we have enough draft capital, and we're kind of getting to move up there, and I still like whoever we'll end up with. So, sure, let's offer this trade, see what happens. It's accepted. Let's resume the capital, or let's resume the trade, excuse me. George Cross, George Karlaftis both go. Jordan Davis is gone. Well, that makes my decision relatively easy because Jamison Williams and Devontae Wyatt are the 2 I'm interested in. I think wide receivers are really important. Give me Jamison Williams. Give me a good wide receiver because those matter, and you're not going to be successful without good wide receivers. Teams that win Super Bowls have good wide receivers. So we have picks 36 and 37 here. This is some of the picks that we got added to us by the trade of, with the Giants. I'm not a huge fan of some of these guys, but there's a couple I'm really a big fan of. So like Travis Jones, Arnold Ebiketie, who I'm a really big fan of. Or do we get a quarterback here in round 2? I think we get a quarterback here. I think we get Matt Corral. Second round quarterback, like this value. I think it makes sense. The other guy I think we get is Arnold Ebiketie, who I'm a big fan of. He was really good. So getting a couple of quality players here. Now at 49, who else is still available? I like Drake Jackson. Let's draft him. So this is the value of trading down, right? Especially in this draft class that has so many quality players in that top 70 range. Well, having as many top 70 picks as possible, that helps you. So let's see. I'm trying to remember who exactly we've drafted. I wish you could find where you've drafted just by, looking at the I wish there was just like a, hey, this is where you drafted. Oh, here we go. It's bolded. Never mind. I'm rambling. Ignore me. Anyways, Matt Corral, Arnold Ebiketie, Drake Jackson, Jamison Williams, and Ahmad Gardner are the guys we have. So we haven't gotten any offensive linemen yet. We could use one. I like Darian Kennard a good amount, so he might be the guy to draft here, or to get Alec Pierce. I've already gotten one wide receiver. Do I get another one? Listen, wide receivers help you. I have another pick at 80. Do I think that one of those guys will still be available at 80 is another interesting question here. I think I'm going to go Kennard and then just hope that Pierce is still available at number 80. And let's see, is he still available? Pierce. Come on, give me Alec Pierce. That's what I'm hoping for. And Alec Pierce is not still available. Well, that's unfortunate. No more Alec Pierce, but okay. I still like drafting wide receiver at this spot. I think this is a good wide receiver spot personally. So I'll get Khalil Shakir. I like him. We'll add him to the roster. Again, there's good value with receivers in round 3. They tend to still be relatively solid. I think, right here, we have back-to-back picks once again. Give me Brian Cook, a good safety from Cincinnati, who I like. Another position that tends to have pretty good hit rate at this spot. And then also give me Neil Farrell Jr., guy who I like a lot. So this is my mock draft of, we needed just a ton of talent. I think we got a good amount of players here. So I'm not mad at this mock draft whatsoever. I think this worked out well for the Texans. Grading your draft. I'm staying in my seat. If you can grade it, that would be great. Okay, here we go. So here's the thing. First, the trade down, that got an A, which makes sense. Trade downs are pretty much always going to do well. And we still got Ahmad Gardner. They gave it an A-, but I like him. I think he's good. Then this trade, it was kind of a trade down and trade up at the same time. So B-, but I still like it. Hey, B- trades are still good. It's better than, C+, or better than a C+. Jamison Williams with the number 16th overall pick. Again, it was kind of one of those, I just said, hey, there's a few players I like. Let's see which one's the last one. Williams is the last one. I know some people might say, oh, you got to build through the trenches. Like, no, you don't. You got to just get as much talent as possible. And Williams, you already have Brandon Cooks, and now I also added Khalil Shakir later on. So that should help us out a good amount. Matt Corral with the 36th overall pick. That's really good value for a quarterback. I think that adding him should help you a good amount. I think that he's a good player, and I definitely think that he's someone who, I think he should go before 36. So if he's available in round 2, I know Davis Mills had a solid year. Don't have him be your other option. Take another chance on a guy, especially if it's a second rounder, and you have how many top 50 picks here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 50 picks. Spend one of those on a quarterback. Deshaun Kaiser didn't work out for the Browns. That was still a good selection. That's kind of the way I view it. Arnold Ebiketie here at 37, and then Drake Jackson at 49. 2 quality edge players. And again, we didn't go edge early on like we could have. We could have drafted Trayvon Walker 3rd. I made the right decision by not doing that and still getting 2 very good prospects with Drake Jackson and Arnold Ebiketie. Darian Kennard, a guy who I think has potential to be a good offensive lineman and good value at number 68. Khalil Shakir, again, wide receivers in round 3, and then, safeties in that spot as well. Cook was a 4th rounder, but kind of same thing. Those are 2 guys that, it's good position value to get there. And finally, Neil Farrell Jr. I just think he's better than what he, gets credit for. So I think you should go earlier than round 4. But if not, you're at least getting a contributor who can play. And this is certainly getting the Texans a lot closer to where they need to be, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's what I think. That's my Texans mock draft. What did you think of the Texans mock draft? Do you agree with my general philosophy of trading down a little bit out of that number 3 overall pick if you can? Or are you more of the belief of just draft the best player available, try to get some stars, you can get the solid role players later? Let me know what you think. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.